Welcome to the Game Enthusiast Review. Castle Crashers for the Xbox 360, Xbox Live Arcade. This game is brought to you by the same people that made and developed Alien Hominid, which was on the PC. It was a Flash game originally on the PS2. I believe it was on the GameCube and Xbox. I'm not sure. I know it was on the PS2 and it was a Flash game on the PC. Very difficult game. This game borrows a lot of its qualities, but not necessarily its difficulty, which is a good thing. The game is great. It harkens back to a genre that doesn't really get a lot of play anymore, which would be the side-scrolling beat 'em up. But with all the animations and just the variety of enemies, it just really is a blast to play. I just found myself just kind of laughing at some of the animations and things. You'll see some of the humorous things that happen in the game a little later on in the review. As you can see, you fight a wide variety of different boss types, and they're very animated, and everything just looks really, really good. Segments of the game where you get to ride different animals, and as you can see, we've seen several different enemy types and the amount of variety in anime. It's I know I keep mentioning the same thing. It's really fun. I grew up playing the River City Ransoms, and before then the Double Dragons and things like that. And of course, only nostalgia will allow you to play an old game like that and still enjoy it. But this is a fresh take on a genre that doesn't necessarily have a more contemporary counterpart or remake, if you will, for the most part. As you can see, the little owl, the bird next to me, he's I forgot what the game calls him, but they're like familiar, sort of. Yeah, that animal just pooped and jetted off screen. That was kind of weird. New familiars in the game which have different abilities. The one I had earlier, the bird, was really able to find fruit and give it to you, so you can continue to live and play the game. I forget what this particular one does. The game just throws a lot of different environments and things at you. It's pretty fun. The only gripe about this level was that things scroll so fast that it's hard to see where the jumps are, but I made it through. As you can see, you have levels where you're in the water, fighting what looks to be like a giant catfish shark. I don't know what that is, but it's fun. The bosses, a lot of bosses, they're pretty challenging, but not too challenging. The game just has a lot of variety, which really keeps you going and playing. What essentially is a game where you walk to the right and pretty much eliminate everything in your path. The game has some light, I hesitate to say RPG-ish, has some light RPG-ish elements where you earn points and things and are able to tweak your character as you see fit based on 4 different categories. And when you briefly saw the map screen there, it's kind of reminiscent of a Mario World, where you go different levels and you can revisit levels and replay them again to especially unlock achievements or just find hidden things, a lot of hidden objects in the game as well. There's also stores on the map where you can go and pick up potions and different items and bombs and things like that. It's essential to have those potions though, so you can keep going, because a lot of enemies, and it's not alien hominid challenging, but it is very challenging. There's also like an animal hospital where the nurse there will describe to you what different creatures' abilities are, so you can pick the one which suits you best for your mission. And blacksmith, if you walk into the cave with the creature to his right, that green thing you briefly saw, will basically show you how the different weapons and things compare to each other. There's also some mini games, as you see here, all you can quaff, which are quickly or rapidly pressing buttons in order to tear apart, eat the fruit in front of you. Needless to say, I did not win. That's okay, though. It's still fun. Of course, you can play this game online with 3 other people. Right now, I believe there's some bugs in it which are causing some issues, but I'm sure they'll iron that out shortly. Another mode is the duo mode, which you just continue to fight waves of enemies. I guess for the King's entertainment, which is strange because you're trying to save the princesses and I guess help the king out in the single player of the game, but that's not, I guess we shouldn't get too much into the story. For whatever reason, there's cats on either side of the level in duel, whose fight you when you get too close. Developers have a very good sense of humor. Bottom line, this game is a good buy. It is 1,200 points, but it's worth it. I suggest picking it up.